We are at Magic Kingdom for the first night of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party 2025. We're gonna head on in. I'm gonna give you some tips and tricks as well as show what's new and what's the highlight of this year's party. If you've ever seen any of our videos in the past, probably pretty similar to previous years because there's not a ton different, but there are some small differences, like some new characters, some tweaks to existing characters, and then we don't know if there's gonna be anything new or not in the parade, fireworks, any of those shows. We'll show the merch, we'll try to show whatever popcorn buckets there may be. We're just gonna go around the park and see what's new this year, but let's go on and head in and let's check out this year's Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Mickey's Not So Scary and all the other special events at Walt Disney World often will sell out in advance, and so I'd recommend, as soon as you know you want to attend, getting a ticket in advance online, whether through the website with an annual pass discount or through a travel agent. So we just entered the park. It's about 5 o'clock or so. Got our park map. We'll go through it here in a minute after we go through the merchandise and the little bypass they send you down on your way in. Passing by the Town Square Theater is where Jack and Sally meet and Mickey and Minnie meet for this party. Both of those have some new elements to them this year. Jack has a new look. Sally is the same as normal with him. And then Mickey and Minnie are meeting together for the first time in their Halloween outfits. Jack and Sally are already at a 110-minute wait. And it's been the case for several years now, but once you enter the park, you go up to where the sign is. It says this way. You go over to the right and go through a Main Street bypass set up with like a DJ, and where you get your treat bags and has your first candy stop. Also, just announced like literally like an hour ago, Mother Gothel will be at this year's party, and I believe she is on this path, and so we will see her on our way in as well. This year's treat bag for Mickey's Not So Scary. One side has the Gravediggers from the Boo to You parade. The other side is Mickey and Minnie in the castle. It says Boo to You. It seems they're leading really into the Boo to You parade this year. So earlier Mother Gothel was out here, but right now it's Cruella. We'll try to come back over here in a bit and see if she comes back, but I've also heard she'll be roaming the park during the party, so we'll probably check over by the Tangled area and some other areas just to see if we can find her. But she is here somewhere, and she has been seen, but for now, Cruella and other villains, I'm sure, are just rotating out.
Bag. Show them yourself. Show them your accessories, darlings. Come, learn from dear Cruella. Show them. What is on your neck? What are we doing? I don't understand. Well, stop looking at me then. Yes, I will prefer always.
So throughout the park, throughout the party are exclusive photo ops like this one, the Sleepy Hollow one with PhotoPass photographers. This one has a pretty decent line at the moment, but throughout the night it'll be open and you can just come get in line wherever you want. This one's often one of the more popular because it's literally right at the exit of the Main Street bypass, and so that's one. There's many throughout the park, and that is one of the benefits of this party. So it's about 6:30. The party starts in about 30 minutes. Spoiler alert, I've already actually gone merchandise shopping. I have a tip I'm going to share with all of you, and we're going to go check it out in a second. But the Emporium is always crazy for party merchandise, no matter the day, even later in the season, but especially tonight. And in the past, the Emporium has had everything, including pins, pin sets, everything. And the Tomorrowland Terrace, that's not what it's called. And Star Traders in Tomorrowland has the party merchandise. But in the past, they've only had like the shirts and some of the specialty items, not the pins. And the Emporium has had the pins, but this year, at least as of today, they have everything. They have the pins, the pin set, the annual pass holder merch, everything. So there literally is no reason to go to the Emporium, which is a lot more busy than the Tomorrowland Star Traders store. So we're gonna go look at the merchandise in there. It is still a little crazy today because it's the first day, but throughout the season it probably will calm down a little. So one of the fun things about Mickey's Not So Scary is you get to go on these treat trails. Some of them are literally inside attractions like Monsters Inc. Laugh Floor. You can just walk through the queue and the treats are in the theater and they'll be playing something on the screen like a Halloween version of the show that you can sit down and watch, or you can just walk through and get the candy. But there's many of those. There's some all over. There's some at Magic through some of the lands. There's just some everywhere, and that happens starting at 7 o'clock. This year's ornament, it's Haunted Mansion themed. It's really nice. I actually am getting one of these myself. It is $26.99. It's actually a rather large ornament. It's probably a little bit less than the size of my hand, but it's a pretty substantial ornament for a pretty good price in my opinion. And then the main shirt for this year's Halloween party, the unisex shirt, is on the front, just the Mickey's Not So Scary logo with some tombstones, and then the back is the Gravediggers from Haunted Mansion and from the Boo to You Halloween Parade. I believe $34.99. So this gray shirt is $34.99. It's Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular. That's a show that happens on the Cinderella Castle stage with the Sanderson sisters. And then the back is a cat. It says, "Party until the witching hour returns, Magic Kingdom." Another cool thing that I've actually gotten myself, because it's pretty inexpensive for a merchandise item at a park, is these Mickey's Halloween Party postcards. They're sets of 4, but the ones on the front are different. So you have the Gravediggers, and then you also have the Headless Horseman. That's a really cool design, but again, each one comes with all 4. The Headless Horseman, the Gravediggers, Stitch, and he's also on a shirt that we'll see here in a second. And then Mickey and Minnie with the Boo To You design that's also on that Trick or Treat bag. Another cool small thing, no one can give me the price on this, but I've been told maybe $14, I'm not really sure what that means, is this Boo To You tiny picture frame. It's about the size of my hand again. And so if it's like $10, maybe it's worth it, but $14 is a little much for this. But it's cool, it has a little stand on it. It's teal, whatever teal means. No one can tell me what that meant off the top of their head, so I also couldn't find a sign. Not as inexpensive, but really cool is this Loungefly bag with the castle and Mickey on it. It is $90, which is on par for these. That's the front. This little side thing has a pumpkin in the back. Says Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Boo To You. But yeah, that's $90. Another really cool shirt is this women's shirt, women's cut. It is the Bride from Haunted Mansion, for Mickey's Not So Scary on the back. Has that design from the ornament that we looked at a minute ago. And then the front is also just the logo, Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party. Here is the kids shirt for Mickey's Not So Scary. I wish this was in an adult size because this is actually one of my favorites. Stitch. He's also on a pin, which I'm not really sure how we're going to look at the pins, but we'll get to that in a second. He's on the front, and then I think the back. Yeah, it's Magic Kingdom and a pumpkin and some bats. And that shirt is $29.99. Okay, so this is never easy, but we're going to attempt to look at these pins. This is a pin, mystery pin set. The collection is 8 pins. Each box contains 2 randomly selected pins. And you can see the different ones here on this box. Some really cool ones, but I'm not really into the mystery boxes myself. There is a pin collection, a pin set, but this one and the next 2 I'm going to show are in that pin box. And the pin box is the only way you can get the limited edition of 1,000 Mickey and Minnie pin that looks just like this. And then these are limited edition 5,000. So these might go quicker than some of the rest of the pins, but this is the first one, Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, in front of the castle. Here is that the bride and that same little design from that women's shirt. I think this one's one of my favorites. It's Dopey and Snow White. And then the last of these you can buy individually, Pooh and Tigger. And again, the 4 I just showed you could all be purchased in a $110 box set. That includes Mickey and Minnie. But on their own, they're $22.99. And so do the math on that and decide if you want it. And then if you're an annual pass holder, you get 20% off. But there are some pins that are not related to that pin set. And first of which, as I just said a minute ago, is the Stitch one. I really like this one. Limited release, so it's not necessarily as limited as the rest of them, but it'll be out for the duration of the party more than likely. And then the other generic limited release is this Mickey's Not So Scary with the Gravediggers. Very popular design. I really like this design this year. And then the last pin is this Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular pin with the Sanderson sisters, and then it says 2025. This one is $19.99. And
I'm rolling through the future, right by 2 of my favorite spots.
Well, it's a tradition of mine to look through the party map on People Mover. Oftentimes it's when we're delayed, and that's right now. So let's see if we can get through it right now. I think I know my plan for tonight. There's not a ton of new stuff. There's some small new stuff here and there. For example, Mickey and Minnie meeting in Town Square. Mickey and Minnie are meeting together in Town Square like we talked about earlier. There's a new look for Jack and Sally. And Mother Gothel's roaming, so that's a new thing. Another new thing is Halloween in Storybook Circus. They kind of experimented with that last year with Christmas, but they're doing that with Halloween this year. But just a general overview, you have a Boo To You Halloween parade at 8:15 and 11:15. You have the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular, at least tonight. It shows 3 times. A lot of nights it'll show 4. You can see those here on the screen. And then, you know, you have entertainment, dance parties throughout the park. And also the not so spooky fireworks are at 10 p.m. And so I'm gonna go to the 8:15 parade, the 10 p.m. fireworks, and then I'm gonna go to the midnight show. And the rest of the night, I'm just gonna kind of chill and walk around the park and see what's new. And so the back shows the merch, and then the inside is a map. But we're moving again. Now we're going into Space Mountain.
This is Star Wars.
So you can't see anything, obviously, because it's pitch black in here. That's actually what I want to talk about is during Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, Space Mountain has an overlay of sorts, which is just basically pitch black and intense music, and it feels so much faster and more intense at Mickey's Not So Scary. And so I'll do that later. That is available from, I think it starts at 6 o'clock when the park closes, but I know for sure it's from 7 to 12. And so that's one of the highlights as far as attractions go. I'll definitely recommend that.
We want to see strong arms, just like this. And up.
So I think new for this year in Tomorrowland is the Zombies Bash dance party. I don't remember this being the theme last year, but I mean, they've had dance parties for years and years. This looks to be more stage focused, and honestly doesn't look like people are enjoying it as much, so that's interesting. But it happens every 30 minutes from 7 to 11:30. It's definitely in promotion of Zombies 4, which I believe is a Disney Channel movie. I've never really watched that series, but I do know it's very popular. And so, again, the crowd doesn't seem to really be into it at all, but previously there were characters and everything on the ground, so maybe that'll happen later, but it doesn't seem like it. Every year there are a few specialty popcorn buckets or sippers for the Halloween and Christmas parties. Usually there's 1 or 2 related to the Nightmare Before Christmas. This year it looks like 2 of the 3 are. There's one Mayor sipper. The Mayor from Nightmare Before Christmas has the different faces. When I see that later, I'll show you. I believe it's in Frontierland. Right behind me, though, there is the Jack Skellington popcorn bucket, which is really great. I don't think I'm going to get it, but it is really great. And then I think coming later in the season is a Mummy Stitch. So throughout the park, there are the attraction overlays, like I mentioned before. Mad Tea Party is kind of an overlay. It just has special lighting and fog effects, makes it even more fun. And then right outside is the Queen of Hearts. And I think there's more villains meeting throughout the park this year, and this is an example of that. One meet and greet that year after year consistently gets really good lines and crowds is the Winnie the Pooh and friends in their Halloween outfits, which they're currently not meeting, I can see. Usually it's Pooh, Tigger, Eeyore, and Piglet. This is pretty cool. This is a Yzma photo op from Emperor's New Groove. You just stand in front of the castle and digitally the photo pass system does its work. There are definitely more characters out this year than I can remember, at least villains. I remember hearing at the beginning of the year that they were looking to have more villains out and about in the park, similar to Oogie Boogie Bash. But Gaston's meeting in a really great photo location right in front of the BRS restaurant. So one thing that's supposedly happening is Storybook Circus is having a lot of Halloween stuff going on. One, literally as I was walking up, he walked away, so you're not going to see him. But Pluto is meeting and greeting right here. There's a small line formed for him. We're going to come see him a little later. But last year there was, I think the polar bears were out here for the Christmas party. And I can see a little performance going on inside. There's photo pass photographers. As far as I assume, they're doing magic shots. This year inside Pete's Silly Sideshow you meet Goofy and Daisy, which is a strange pairing to me. Last year, one of the highlights to me was Goofy, Donald, Minnie, and Daisy were all meeting together. And so that was actually one of the highlights last year of me, one of the most fun things. It's a little weird, it's just the two of them, because Minnie's now with Mickey, and Donald, I think, is meeting outside somewhere. And so it's a little strange to me. It sells a long line, so maybe it's okay. But that's just my thoughts on it, and it does still have a long wait.
Oh, I see you're gonna go inside the silly sideshow presented by Pete.
So the Big Top Bash says there's games, a DJ, a dance party. I mean, right now, honestly, it's literally like a DJ and 2 people dancing. So it's not exactly what it says it is. But maybe later on it'll be more fun. Maybe we can come back here in a little bit. Frontierland is where the parade starts. So at 8:15 the parade would start right over by Tiana's and then make its way to the end of Main Street. That takes about 20 or so minutes. And so if you watch on Main Street, it won't really start at 8:15. And so I'm actually heading that way now. Just kind of taking a little lap around the park, seeing a bunch of treat trails everywhere. A lot of people waiting for the first parade because it is the first parade of the season. So tonight that certainly will be the more crowded of the 2 parades. Everyone trying to get their pictures and videos from the very first one. And so right now I have a spot I always go to that is helpful to get to Jack and Sally from either right before the parade or right after. So heading over to Main Street now, but just wanted to show some of the crowds here in Frontierland. I have not been here since Tom Sawyer Island and the riverboat closed, and they've been draining rivers of America. This is a crazy sight to see. This is obviously where they're building Cars Land, and then Villain's Land will go behind it. Yeah, this is a wild sight to see. They're definitely wasting no time draining this thing.
Oi, that's me! Briggsy, ship's navigator. We'll get there sooner or later.
Very good. Accounted for. Now we have a ducky. We've become
No, you see, Ducky was buried with his treasures.
What?
Dead.
Ducky. Okay, all right. Next we have El Ganario.
I am El Canario, the ship's translator. I am well versed in over 400 dialects of
Boots is about to start. Gonna hop in line for Mickey and Minnie. It's listed at 10 minutes. Jack and Sally is also listed at 10. That's definitely more than 10, but that's not long at all. So I may run in there after the Booty parade is over. Awesome, thank you. That was great meeting Mickey and Minnie together. The line went super quick. I'd recommend doing that at about 8:05 and then going out watching the parade on Main Street. They gave us this card instead of doing autographs, and Mickey and Minnie, I really like when they do these because these are cool keepsakes to have. They do the same for Jack and Sally as well.
Happy Halloween, everybody!
so we'll not be doing Jack and Sally right now. They are 75 minutes. I've also heard the wait times are way understated. I heard someone was in a 4-hour wait earlier. It was listed at 2 hours, so I don't know that I'll be doing that tonight, but just so you know, tonight it is a 75-minute wait after the parade, but it's always worth checking if you're right here. The Crystal Arts shop on Main Street has some exclusive merch for Mickey's Not So Scary, including the glass pumpkin that's become a thing over the last few years, as well as this Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party glassware. Got my spot for the fireworks, and then I'm going to watch the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular show actually right after at 10:35. I think that might be a good strategy. Fireworks are at 10, show is at 10:35. About the parade, it is probably still my favorite Disney parade, favorite parade in general. Starlight, I saw that a few weeks ago. It's great, but doesn't have, it's not the same as something like the Christmas parade or the Halloween parade. Nothing really changed with the Halloween parade. The only thing would be Mother Gothel was in one of the villain's floats, and I believe someone moved from the villain's float. I think that's really the only difference. There may have been a couple extra live actors in the streets, but nothing major, nothing with the order, nothing with the music, nothing with any major characters, just Mother Gothel, which makes sense.
Dear friends, it's wonderful to have you here. For I, Jack Skellington, have a tale to tell. Yes, Halloween is a night filled with surprises. Playful tricks, frightful treats. Why, anything can happen on Halloween, as some friends found out on a night much like this one. Oh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, Zero! Here, boy! Zero! Where is that dog? Ah, there you are, Zero. It's time now to take our friends on a Halloween adventure. One they'll not soon forget.
Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat for Halloween. Better give that treat that's good to you if you want to keep us serene. Trick or treat, trick or treat, trick or treat.
Hey, look! A dog! It's a ghost dog!
His collar says 0.
I think Zero wants us to follow him into that house!
Oh, I don't know, pals. That house doesn't look very inviting.
We're being shuttered. This house is spooky.
Goofy, stop shaking.
I'm not shaking!
Well, if that's not you, then who is it?
fun.
The best Halloween ever! Come on, gang! Let's go! Trick or treat! Trick or treat! Trick or treat for Halloween!
Just as I promised. And Zero, you were very helpful indeed. You see, my friends, with a lot of adventure and a bit of fright, Halloween is the greatest of nights. Happy Halloween!
I'm the one and only Dr. Facilier, also known as the Shadow Man.
Shadow Man! Shadow Man!
Now I hear y'all are in need of some sinister shadows. Well, you're in luck because, ladies, I can deliver.
And what makes you think we need your help, Shadow Man?
Don't you disrespect me, little lady.
Little dog?
Don't you derogate or deride. You're in my world now.
Nightmares! We cause nightmares!
You're joking! You're joking! I can't believe my eyes!
Thank you, Mr. Oggy! Winnie, can we keep them buckets? It's working! I have the Hocus Pocus potion! Working! Quick, read me the last ingredient!
From the underworld's ungodly domain, we call forth its ruler of death and disdain. Come and inspire with devious plots, a desire for birds all covered in spots. Impress us, O pirate from a faraway land. Strike fear in our hearts with a horse or a hand.
Chicken clock!
We invite and compel here a slithering snake with a sorcerer's power to give, but not take. Enter, good lady, by thee we are graced. Though manners be proper, they are but two-faced.
Yes! I've never seen so many frightful friends in one place!
Is this what it feels like to be popular?
Yes! The potion is almost complete. It's just missing one last thing. The hair of an innocent. No, none of you? Come, little children, I'll take thee away.
I missed this earlier in Tomorrowland. I don't know if they had it in there or not. This is Trick or Treat bucket. It says Magic Kingdom Boo 2 2025, $19.99. There's also this mug that I missed. I don't think it was in the other store, but it's $24.99. And the front has the Mickey and Minnie, and the back has Not So Scary on it. Everything else in here is the same as in the Tomorrowland store. Alright, we just watched the fireworks and the Hocus Pocus Villain Spelltacular. Both great shows. The fireworks, I've never stood that close to the castle for them before. Usually I get there a little last minute, so I stayed further back. that is absolutely worth getting there a few minutes early for. I got there about 15-20 minutes early, had a fantastic spot, could see Jack Skellington super well, and really all the projections, like the fireworks are good, but the soundtrack with the projections really make that show, and so I'd 100% recommend that. And also if you want to watch Hocus Pocus, I'd recommend watching it immediately after the fireworks. That just worked out really well. You didn't have to get spots twice if you're going to stand up front like that. Both great shows, nothing different in either of them, but both great times. I'm not gonna meet Jack Skellington, it's still a 2-hour wait. I stopped by Winnie the Pooh and that was a 45-minute wait. It didn't look like it to me, but I'm gonna at least walk around and see some tree trails, maybe do Space Mountain, and then that'll probably be the end of the night because it is 11:30, and so the night goes by quickly, but if you plan it well, you can see everything you want to see, mostly. You may just have to skip some characters and some smaller things. But yeah, hopefully this video will help you along that way. But I'm gonna go into the Princess Fairy Tale Hall. I've actually never been in that building before, so I'm gonna go in there, check out the treat trail in there, probably go and Relive the Magic, and then probably ride Space Mountain the whole night. So they said the villains would be on the treat trails, but we're walking Princess Fairy Tale Hall, and Maleficent and the Evil Queen are right here on the two different sides. And so we're gonna take a look at that. And then I wonder if they're on any of the other ones. I don't think so, but if you want to see the villains, come to Princess Fairy Tale Hall.
Do you have any diamonds in there? In those bags? No, the entire night, and you haven't found a single.
Thank you. Everyone says they're so wicked.
Hello, dear.
Hello.
Come to play.
Gave rise to mixed emotions. The townspeople all agree they've never seen anyone hit the body.
The last 30 minutes of the party is a great time to do any attractions you may want to do. I'm doing Haunted Mansion now. I don't think I'll make it to Space Mountain, but I'm going to do Tiana's because both this and Tiana's is a walk-on. Also, with the rivers closed, there's these big construction walls up, and they're right up against this queue.
That's when we should start.
Probably, right?
What they done? Oh, the doors have opened. Bye, Jersey.
Welcome.
The stretching room is super empty right now. This is a great time to be in here, into the party.
Your ghost potion state. Kindly step over here, please, and make room for everyone. There's no turning back now.
For the best view of the portraits, gather into the dead center of the room and away from the walls, please.
So I actually got out of Haunted Mansion with 11 minutes to spare. I'm just gonna book it over to Tomorrowland and do Space Mountain because of the special version of it for Halloween, because you don't get to see that every day, and because I have enough time. So I'm gonna go do that, and then we'll call it a night. Space Mountain looks to be a walk-on, which it's great because typically during this event there's quite a bit of a wait because of the special nature of this version of the ride. And with that, the first night of Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party for 2025 comes to an end. It was a great night. It's a hot night. If you come in August, just know it's gonna be really hot. September, probably so as well. Honestly, if you've been to the event, it's the exact same thing that you've always seen here, that we've always seen. It's the same parade, the same fireworks, the same stage show, the same rides, everything. But it's such a great party that every year when it comes, I look so forward to it. It is one of my favorite theme park events. That and Halloween Horror Nights are my two most favorite things at any theme park. That and, you know, the Christmas party as well. But it doesn't matter how often they repeat the same thing for me. It's always so great. But just know it isn't that different really at all this year. There's some very small things like additional characters, and that's about it. So just know that. It was a great time, great night. Again, it's a very expensive event though. Tickets start, I think, somewhere around $130 to $140 now. You do get a $10 annual pass discount for August and September dates, select ones. But yeah, this event sells out fast, so if you're interested in coming, either book through Walt Disney World directly, or I'm a travel agent with Travel Nation. Feel free to reach out to me and I'll help you get your tickets and or hotel booked for this event. Thanks so much for watching. We will be back later in the season. I don't think there will be another video on this, but maybe so. Let me know in the comment section what you enjoyed most at the Halloween party, if you've been already this year, or if you're coming, what you're most looking forward to. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.